Hello everyone, this is Greyshot once I'm going to bring you another Company of Heroes 2 replay brought to you by J Slayer. This is a 2v2 on Rzhev Winter. We also have Covering Fire, so two okay players versing a moderate and a very high level player, Phantom Sky and Why So Serious. In any case, let's see here. So point goes to Soviets. Although, again, it's kind of related to a very similar match we had earlier. Oh my god, really? Okay, so... that's amazing. Guard mortar. So, again, heavy infantry with the heavy mortar and guards. Good against infantry and really good against armor. With T-30-45s as advanced medium tanks. With the IS-2 heavy tank, flame, and heavy shock troops. And then we have an Vermach and OKW, which has a standard loadout, Grenadier, MG, and Pioneer, with Sturm, Volks, and a Kubel. Now let's see, what's your strategy? Going to the right? Alright, interesting. I want to grab that territory. My guess is you're going to run down here and probably lock this territory down, and then move your MG most likely to cover mid. That seems to be the general consensus in games. Also, weird thing. Armor penetration or weapon penetration for the T-70. Really? You use the T-70, you need to increase its armor penetration? I think you're missing the idea of what a T-70 is. I get for the S-285, that's really smart, because again, you want a tank destroyer, a very high level tank destroyer to penetrate every round, but other stuff, Alright, so I guess you are just attacking over here. Now, if this guy was smart, he would jump into the building. Okay, there we go. Jump into the building and then maybe try to go around and flank it. That's what I would do. Isn't there a door? Oh, it's right here. Well, that might be a little too close, but at least in that house, he can do more damage than being suppressed. Or he can just have his engineer squad move around. But Why So Serious is unfortunately having some difficulties because unfortunately he doesn't have a great front line, and his MG's kind of in negative cover. Dude, you probably want to bring that up, maybe flank this way with it. No, just go in negative cover. Okay, so Why So Serious is going to have some issues because, again, he's in negative cover, so once this thing starts firing at this location, this thing's going to be instantly suppressed. Now, at least he was able to flank this MG and hit it while it wasn't firing at them, so at least that thing's lucky. Probably should retreat this squad. Okay, and Pioneer squad coming in for the flank, though, because it's in negative cover. Why So Serious is going to pretty much get destroyed by these Pioneer squads, because, again, it does more damage at negative cover. Grenadier is going to get in that building. That would help. Oh, really? Rushing toward there? He's like, nope, let's get in this one. And by the way, I'm going to stop with that. That's probably going to get annoying if I keep saying, Why So Serious? Although, to be fair, of course, you know, I couldn't resist. Anyway, it looks like he's playing his truck here. Most likely he's going to put... Is that mechanical? Oh, no, it's headquarters. Okay. Headquarters that we can stay on the front line, keep going. Decent location. A little close to the front, but it's not too bad. And if you can keep pressuring this area, that should at least put the allies into a bit of a kerfluffle. And they should be having a rough time figuring out what they should do. So, anyway. MG probably going to beat the Grenadiers with firepower. And unfortunately, this Grenadier squad not doing all that well. My cat is like jumping off and on the... Alright. Like right next to me. I'm just like, what are you doing? Alright, so another MG moving. There's actually two MGs. The Grenadiers on the front. Mortar team to help with it. Pretty good. Unfortunately, it looks like this conscript squad's going to intercept, which could be a big issue. Again, cut off the flow of men and supplies. Oh, nice flank on that MG. And, yeah, if they can cut this off, that cuts off resources. So even if they, let's say, do manage to grab this, it's not going to help. Now, MG here at least guarding. Make sure they can't push up. Medium cover, heavy cover, these guys are going to win. Though at least they succeeded in causing a lot of havoc for the Soviets. So, that's good. Problem is they lost, once again, their territory. And now there's a scout car with a flamethrower moving up. Again, the good old penal troops with a flamethrower inside is pretty devastating very early on. And also great for killing guys in buildings, because that essentially counters any MG in a building. So let's say this, like an MG's over here, and he's like, okay, let's get in this building to counter. He just runs up, goes around with a circle a few times, and like 3 spouts with the flamethrower, and it just annihilates it. I feel like Cavalry Fire should probably send his forces over to assist, because that's a double team. You have the Soviet player and Phantom Sky over here. So again, if both Soviets are attacking, you probably need some backup. Probably. Though, at least we have damaged engines, so we can't move this thing, which is weird. Also, I love the fact that all 6 guys are like, yes, we must fire from inside the scout car. Although, again, having that machine gun at least support. And actually, it's not even supporting. In this case, it's just covering as the penal troop makes its hasty escape. Yeah, this is gonna... I was gonna say, it's gonna blow up. Really? No boom? I really wanted this thing to blow up. I guess. Alright, so what do we... What's the plan here? Wow, Verkenwerfer. I was wondering, like, where's that AT? No, just Verkenwerfer missing. Alright. Or maybe not missing, but I'm just like, why attack this? You want to blow up the scout car? Or are you gonna... I mean, to be fair, they can decommission that for resources. Oh my god. Well, good for you, Cavalry Fire. You're just coming in through the flank. And I love this. While the Soviets are pushing in here, you're like, alright, I'll just cut behind them and just completely outmaneuver them. That's fantastic. That's just great. So yeah, these guys are going to be pretty much cutting off that territory, and they're strong enough to where they can pretty much hold off the Soviet players from trying to recapture that, at least for the meantime. So yeah, the Soviets going to have a big issue, because now they have to worry about their flank, and they don't have all that much to guard it. Now again, if you're wondering why he isn't charging and trying to throw a fire grenade, that thing is a flamethrower, so it instantly could burn that infantry and kill it. Which is why just staying a good distance from it is probably a good idea. Looks like these guys took some fire, most likely from this rifle grenade or something, from its indentation in the ground. So yeah, probably needs to batten down the hatch over here, and then kind of focus on mid to help his ally out, because now his ally is being owned. Like, seriously, they're to the guy's base, and he doesn't have all that much. And why so serious? Holding, but probably should, once again, reinforce someone else. Why are you here? Like, I know you probably want to capture this point. It's not going to work. I mean, you have a half-dead conscript squad versus a pretty well-equipped grenadier squad, so you're not going to hold. So, probably best idea is to, you know, go support. Oh, well, this thing's going to... No? Well, no, it probably will die, because these guys are all waiting. So this conscript squad's going to run in like, oh, home stretch. And all these grenadiers are like, hi.
Sup? Oh, God.
And 151 is here.
I've been making it a trend to, you know, to star in most of your videos. And god damn it, I will, you know, pop in as a special guest. Hello, audience. I know you missed me.
So Phantom Sky, what do you just have special rifle. You, okay, are getting a T-70.
Is it 2v2?
Yes. Let's see. We have nothing over here. And, this guy's base upgraded.
The guy maybe shouldn't have pushed so far if his retreat point was through where the enemy is.
Once again, annihilate the guy's forces and the Kubel, making a hasty retreat.
I like how the guy's going T-70 though.
Yeah, well, he has armor. He has weapon penetration. I don't understand that. But the guy who sent this, Jay Slayer. Anyway, he went Elephant. This is great. That's perfect to counter what these two guys have, because they can just park that baby right around here and just fire long range. You can pretty much snipe anything on this side.
I have no idea who turned in the replay. I don't know.
Jay Slayer.
I was going to make a guess who was going to win.
Oh.
Just based on everything I see right now.
That doesn't mean he's going to win.
Well, I was going to say I'm going to bet the Russians are... my bet is the Russians are going to win.
You know what's funny? Remember that guy, did you see the replay I posted earlier? I guess it would... technically would be like... It's the one with the two British... Did you see that replay that I made?
No.
2 British, and there's a Vermont and OKW player.
Oh, yeah, you mean the one where they killed the guy's base? Those players were so good.
That was you.
I know, that's why I'm saying they were so good.
Well, anyway, that guy sent me another replay. I took a look at it. Had pretty much this very similar set of guys annihilate them in 20 minutes.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, same thing. Guards and, I think it was an IS-2 or something. It was some other thing, but annihilate.
Oh,
hey, dude, maybe don't... Oh, wow, you're lucky to Panzerfaust.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, T-70, not bad. But as you can see, the Axis currently have the majority of the territory, so they're getting a lot more resources.
Again, I can only stay for so long, or else I spontaneously combust. So I must
Your sleep schedule forces you to go to bed right now. My sleep schedule allows me to stay awake for another 5 hours.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is?
What?
That T-70 is screwed.
I love how the scout car is still here.
Ooh, I fade into the mist.
Right. Tally, get him. Bite him.
Actually, that reminds me.
Claw him. Destroy him.
I'm borrowing this.
Alright. Alright, no, nothing? Alright. But in any case, so what do the Allies need to do? The Allies need to push over here and get back their territory, kind of make it even with resources, and then put down some more munition points to kind of even things out. They have enough fuel. The Axis need to start putting down points. Okay, they have 1, but a mixture of munitions and fuel points would go a long way, and having a front line of some type to hold back the Soviet incursions that occur, such as this. Although, again, having all these forces right here probably will annihilate these guys. Probably, hopefully, maybe. Who knows? By the way, that replay I just mentioned, I may add that to the end of it, end of this one, just as a special bonus. Because I'm kind of feeling bad once again. I've been, unfortunately, just because of my situation, I've just been unfortunately kind of, if you could put on my Patreon, I'm up to date on everything. Except for CH2, where I'm missing like 1 or 2 replays. So I want to make sure I'm up to date on that stuff. Alright. Anyway, we have Volk squads coming in with the Sturm. Sturm probably should get a Minesweeper or a Panzerschreck. One of the two would probably be helpful to counteract, of course, mines. And or deal with a Panzerschreck shot to the T-70 to murder that thing. What the hell? You threw a fire grenade at a T-70. Why? Did you think that was going to obscure its vision? Alright, so we have a double T-70 moving in. Pushing back the infantry. The infantry don't have that far to go, and they have, like again, if he can equip with the Panzerschreck, he should be fine. Oh, he has a Verkehr Warfare 2. He's fine. Soviets pushing in this way, so it's about even now, resource-wise. And again, I say about because of the fact that fuel is just so differentiated because of all the fuel caps the Allies have. But you get my point. So what do the Axis need to do? Well, let's see. Covering fire, you went artillery flares. Good idea. So you have recon. Actually, both doctrines have recon, so that's good. Again, know what the enemy has. And then SCGs, so again, almost done. That'll be a good combo. And finally, the Panther, which will help with the Elephant. Again, as you can see, increase the sight and movement of vehicles. So if you increase the sight of the Elephant past this, that's pretty effective, in my opinion. So you have 2 T-70s. Problem is, you're hiding the Verkehr Warfare. Like it. Problem, 2 T-70s. They'll just completely wreck you. They have a high damage output against infantry. Alright, nice recon, though. At least you can, preempt that. And you're launching the assault. Nice hit. And if it presents its rear and stays in range, you could possibly kill it. Or they'll just run away. It's fine. It's fine. Almost done with an upgrade. Very nice. Coming through this territory. Oh, nice. You are getting the combat package. Very cool. Very cool. Sturm Pioneers at least help with that. Anyway, pushing with this blob probably not the best idea, although I'm guessing you're throwing something. Alright, we have a fire. Should burn the conscripts. Okay, these guys are coming in for the flank. That could be very bad. I think they're focusing fire. I would try to focus on the Sturm, so that way the T-70 can then come in and start owning, because again, they don't have native AT for long range. Panzerschreck would be that, but if it's gone, well, yeah, you don't have to worry. Because then you have to Panzerschreck, these guys have to get close, and with shock troops and everything, that's not going to happen. Wow, this guy's probably going to die as well, isn't he? No, he lives! Oh, that was close. Very lucky. Oh, did Stu kill the T-70? Stu killed T-70. Very nice. Very lucky. Now, adding the scope would be good because, again, that would increase its what it can see when not moving, and then that would allow it to see a lot farther and, again, shoot farther so you won't have to risk putting it in enemy territory or spending extra munitions for recon, such as the flares or plane. Let's see. They don't have a lot of fuel. Okay, you are getting that. Cool. And you do have the headquarters. So my guess is covering fire, probably want to go for a Panther. Maybe the Command Panther, if you can get it, because that would boost J Slayer's guys as well. Fathom, what do you... Phantom, sorry. Let's see. You should... T-3045 is probably the next thing you're going to get. Again, pretty good. And why so serious? Huh, you thought I was going to say it, didn't you? Probably artillery would be good. Then just save up for the big tank. Your current capacity. Like, get with Katusha, and then that way it kind of balances out with you know, you have some advanced medium armor, you got some artillery, and then you got the heavy tank. So, should be pretty good for you guys. Like we said, shock troops going in by themselves, not a good plan. Again, kind of just, in the middle of nowhere, no cover. Of course, they're not going to do really well. I get what you're trying to sneak up, but again, he has the half track, so he can see you. It's infrared, so again, they can detect enemy forces coming in. Alright, guys running in. Big blob. Probably not the best idea. Molotov cocktail, I assume you're trying to throw? Yeah, probably not a good idea. Though, if you got a guy here and threw a satchel charge, that could be effective. Now, again, throwing a satchel charge would be great. Come on. No? No satchel? Alright, that's... Alright. Well, satchel charge would have been amazing. Dude, move up your T-70. They have no AT. Are you worried about that? You can survive more than one hit. You know that, right? You can just pepper them and slowly retreat, taking them out. Be that annoying thing that I know you can be. But, you know, just stay out of Panzerfaust range. Anyway, we have a nice little blob here moving up. Panzer IV, okay, I could... Not my first choice because, again, you know the enemy has heavy mortars, so my instant reaction would be like, okay, so watch out for the T-3045. With that tank, the Panzer IV, even though it's OKW and has the armored skirts, it still doesn't... It's still less powerful than the 85, so it's going to be a little bit lopsided. So that's my only concern with going that. I don't think it's a bad move necessarily. It's just... It's an okay. It's not changing the field of play. It's not changing that percentage who's going to win, who's going to lose. It can be good if you support it, and I feel like with the Stug and everything that your ally... Oh, wow, okay, more Stugs. That's fine, I guess. That's fine, because you have AT, but again, you have to be very careful. Also, you have nothing guarding the fuel, so you're just going to walk right up. I do like how this game, it's more like, okay, let's spread out. But that being said, the Soviets have to attack from multiple angles. They are support in nature, but they have still a bunch of good frontline infantry, and it's just a pretty good doctrine overall. The reason I bring this up is the fact that, again, the last game I did on this map was emplacements, with the British emplacements, so it's one spot, and the Axis were just, they didn't know what to do. It's like, you know what to do. You just arty them to death, and they just couldn't do that. So, or AT gun, that would have probably been helpful. All right, so now we have a T-3045. He doesn't have too much infantry, which is a concern. Su-85. Also, probably not... I mean, like, I get it. You want to take Destroyer and then something pretty powerful. But they have the same gun, except this gun is good against everything, while this gun's only good against armor. So, yeah. Anyway, big blob coming in. This is where Katusha would have been better to deal with that infantry. Oh, wow. Is that mark... Did you really mark target that? I'm sorry. Yes, you did. You marked target, which makes it easier to kill when firing like E rounds at it. So a plane will fly overhead, allow recon. Dude, if I was this thing, I'd run up and try to hit this thing. It's been going over ice. It's still on ice. I know, it's like, oh, Greyshot, they flanked. Dude, it's on ice. You could one-shot this mother. And they're not moving. Right. Su-85 getting some nice hits, but a Panzerfaust was knocked out its engine. Stug has the advantage. Oh, very nice. You knocked out its gun, and come on, SU. Ah, damn, I was going to say. Come on, kill the SU, but no. Unfortunately, it looks like a AT grenade, or no, AT just gun knocked it out. You have marked target. Why would you move up? You're susceptible to any fire whatsoever. Oh, was that a Kubel? Kubel die? I think the Kubel died. Curse you, you killed the Kubel! Alright, anyway. Heavy infantry pretty much clearing the way. Again, it's hard to deal with Obel-Sudan while upgrade with the SG-44. It just makes them obscenely powerful. But, on the flip side, an MG may not natively hold it off. Remember that Katusha I said to get earlier if you're coordinating? Probably would be good against this stuff. Or, another T-34-85, huh? Or, if you really want to annoy these guys, I see no Minesweeper, so demo. At this point, we know this guy is like kind of blobbing-esque, so demo charge. Anyway, it looks like they're being healed. I assume you're not. No, you just fell it back. Alright. Whatever. Additional Stoogs moving up. We have some Grenadiers as well healing. Pretty vetted along with these guys as well. Doing a good job. Now, let's see what the Allies have. I mean, the Allies have a lower population, so I don't expect them to have all that much. Maybe another T-30-45 coming out soon? Why so serious? I'm assuming Wood is now trying to save up for an IS-2. I'm assuming after this, he's not going to get anything else. I don't know. That would be my assumption. And if I were them, I would try to use my artillery and possibly some sort of... Well, unfortunately, you don't have a recon with this, which is a big issue. But I'm assuming because of the fact that you did that, like, mark target, you do know about the... No? You don't. Alright. I would try to target this stuff. Because, again, it's like, well, this is the biggest... This is the big obstacle. This is, like, the big foothold. You knock out the foothold, you press up pretty well. Fire coming down, really, on 2 squads. Once again, just move out of the way. Alright, MG over here, MG-42, holding back this infantry. Wow, you stole the MG-4. That's amazing. Nice job, why so serious? Anyway, this is a powerful enough MG. It should be able to hold back the Obel-Sudan. That was a pretty powerful bundle grenade, but again, cost them a lot. Didn't kill the units, so that's a positive. And this thing has armor-piercing rounds. So the Soviet guy is in a pretty good spot, at least holding back the light armor and infantry. The problem is the infantry they're sending are like conscript squads. They get destroyed by Obel-Sudan. So I'm kind of curious why they're like, hey, let's push up. No support, no nothing. Because one Obel-Sudan squad with the SG-44 will wreck you. That's kind of a weird assault strategy. Anyway. T-30-45. Kind of moving up. What are you doing with your SU-85? Just standing back? Alright. Whatever. At least you have the resources down south. Right now, it's just... Even if the Allies need to capture this point, because right now without it, the Axis are getting more resources. So, to turn the tide, the decider needs to capture this point. It may not be a huge difference, but every little bit helps. Now then. Okay, so we have incendiary. I guess you want to get the guy out of the building. Good for you. It's now on fire and burning. So, congratulations. Okay, you did find this position. You are hammering it with Katusha fire. Nice job. Stug on ice. Probably not the best idea. Though, I think, yeah, he knocked out the Katusha. So, actually, really nice counterattack. Again, run in, run out. They have no coastal defense. Or, I say coastal, it's a creek, but still, like, along the water's edge. They have nothing stopping. Like, I would always have an AT gun just in case the tank's stupid enough to go on ice. One shot and that thing sinks to the bottom. Unless they're Daniel Craig, who can somehow survive being underwater for minutes and not freeze to death. You know. They're gonna die. They're gonna die. Mark target. T-34. Wait, why? Who has a marked target on them? Does a Stug have the marked? Really? You put a marked target over a Stug? I mean, I guess that's providing you some recon. I'm making the assumption it is. I'm not entirely sure. Fire coming down right on the big blob infantry. That's actually a pretty good spot. Oof. There's that poor tank. Which exploded twice somehow. AT gun coming in from the side. Problem is the infantry. Yeah, that's the problem right now. Is while the Axis have better, actually the Allies have better armor. The Axis just have better infantry, which is kind of a flip flop of what normally happens. My recommendation would probably get the Guards troops upgraded. That way you can combat Gobel Soldaten. And of course have the heavy mortar, which I'm assuming you have the heavy mortar. Yeah, you have one. Probably two might be more effective, because that would literally blow them, like, blow up an Gobel Soldaten squad up to, like, it could in one hit. So, you know. Well, as long as the RNG gods are in your favor, of course. Oh, that Su-85. Oh. Dude, why do you... I mean, like, I know you're trying to kill this dude, but... Oh, iron sight. Oh, come on, fire. Fire again. Oh, nope. It turned. Too late. Nice double shot. Got the kill. Now 1 star. So you can hit that target weak point, which will neutralize or stun it or something along those lines. Problem, Panther. Now pushing in allied territory. And what you can say, well, Greyshot, Panther's not great against infantry. You're right. It's still decent. And they have nothing down here stopping them. And they're not even trying. Like, he's not like, I could use armor-piercing rounds. Not even doing that. So, unsure what the Soviet player is trying to do. Oh, they're sending an IS-2. So, ooh, IS-2 will beat a Panther most of the time. Panther can deflect a lot of shots and maybe go toe-to-toe, but just like the T-30-45 versing a Panther, T-30-45 is just slightly weaker. IS-2 is slightly stronger. So, again, if the Panther has to use some clever tactics to win. Showing rear armor, not the best idea. Mark target as well. IS-2 has the advantage easily. And it's going to do a lot of damage toward that thing. Get him, IS-2. Get... Oh, Jesus, that's a lot. I love how this Panther is just like, yeah, let's stay there. Also explode twice. Why is the IS-2 retreating? Dude, they have no AT. Okay, they have 1 AT unit. You're an IS-2. You literally one-shot infantry for a living. You're fine. Also, why'd you have... Put down cover. Use the cow. Without the cow, you're going to be annihilated by the Gobel Soldaten. Again, IS-2, just great for just pulverizing infantry. Oh, it's been a while. And with the Dushka on top, ooh, annihilate them. Oh, look, Panzerschreck did decent amount, I guess. If they focus fire on it, it won't do anything. Well, instead they're focusing fire on the infantry that's doing nothing to it. The T-34 with the weaker gun has to deal with it. You can hit it. One for the road. Ah, nice shot. So there you go. They took back their territory. I, again, would be very cautious when moving into Soviet territory just because of the fact that they are more likely to place mines because of the excess munitions they have and the cheap mines they have. So, Minesweeper. Definitely necessary. And by the way, in case you're also curious, the reason why my sleep schedule is so far different is because literally I work for my job. I have like multiple days off, and then also I have multiple days where I work through the night. It's a government job, so it's not too bad. It's actually pretty nice, but still, it's just like working through the night. All right. Well, shock troops again attacking over no cover with no way to really sneak attack. Probably not gonna win, dude. Why'd you walk closer? You had cover right there. You would be fine. All right, so now we have an elephant, and this could be a turning point simply because of the fact that the elephant is a fantastic tank destroyer, and if used correctly, can pretty much annihilate any armored piece coming, you know, down the barrel of this motherfucker. But there is a major catch. It has a slow turning radius, and as you can see, it has no turret. This thing is stationary. The gun cannot, like, it's very hard for it to deal with something to its right or left. Also, I love the Katyusha fire coming in. They're like, yes, charge across the water. But, yeah, now if the IS-2 or something came from the flank, that would be a huge problem. Also, Jagdpanzer, so a good allied support tank, so should be fine. But that's something it does have to worry about is a flank. Also infantry. As you can see, there's no turret or anything really for it to fight infantry with. That's a major, major problem it has. And now you are... Wow, you being way too... I mean, I guess trying to use as much range as possible. How much range does it have? Yeah, so it can see pretty far. I do know it can shoot farther than that. I mean, and to be fair, maybe the Command Panther giving it slightly better line of sight would help it out. But right now, the Axis need to gain back this territory to kind of make it more even. Because as you can see, they're down points-wise, and giving that once again to the Allies, not the greatest idea. But population cap, it's about even, so we'll see. Almost Dawn definitely better than what the Soviets have, so that should... The population cap should change pretty quickly. Looks like they're staging an assault to attack here. My problem is they're assaulting an IS-2, which is not something Dawn can do any damage toward, and Panzer Strikes are minuscule, or Panzer Faust are minuscule attacks at best. So, I don't know. I'm very curious what their strategy is. For cannon warfare also, wow. Oh, I see what they're doing. Okay, they brought in the lighter tank destroyers. Okay, not bad. And they're also, they sent these guys in the flank, but looks like they got suppressed. Very nice job with the Stug, by the way, to knock out its turret rotation so it has a harder time. Because again, without the turret, it can't turn. Should be easy able to take it out. No, you did use Mark.
Surprise return. Did you think I was gone? No. Oh wow, that thing's dead.
I wanted you gone.
Like
Mark target.
Like a bad nightmare.
I find he did a mark target on the Stug, not the Jagdpanzer.
Oh, dead. Oh.
Are you really?
Oh my god.
Very lucky. Again, I've not seen a good sinking unit in quite some time. I really want that to be in this game.
Remember when you sunk 3 Panthers?
Yeah, that was great. Dude, don't... Oh my... Yeah, I was going to say, if he charges over the ice and dies, I'm done.
Come on, Russians. I put money on you.
That'll be $20. No, we'll see what happens. Right now, what they think they need to do is get a few more, again, combined arms, so more to have a good tank force and a good armor force and just roll back up and annihilate these guys. Having the infantry be able to beat these guys and push up, or actually have infantry rush this way and then the armor rush this way, so it kind of confuses the hell out of these guys. Probably the best strat. But we shall see. Unfortunately, this guy has no way to repair his tank, so it's going to be a while before the IS-2, you know...
Maybe instead of getting an Su-85, get some engineers to heal the shit you already have.
Yeah.
Just a recommendation.
Oh, the S-85 could be good because you could put it here and it could fire long range while the S-2 comes in.
Yeah, not saying it's not a good tank. I'm just saying maybe you should prioritize getting your shit that you already have healed. Like the Stug army.
Why are you moving the elephant?
Range? I don't know.
Is he putting over the
ice?
ice?
And then I disappear again into the void.
Oh, the heavy tank across water. That's scary. So. Oof. I was like waiting to say, is he gonna fall? I've seen like, did I miss a mine? No, nothing. Alright. Shock troops trying to push up get annihilated though. And now it's, yeah, Dawn gonna pretty much own. As you can just see. Yeah, here's a tip. Don't grab a unit with Dawn right there, because it's not gonna live. It's just not. Elephants on standby in a neutral zone. Probably not the smartest idea. Nice job with the Stug. Use that thing to weak point knock out its turret, as you see here. Oh, main gun loader, I'm sorry. Which makes it pretty much ineffective at fighting these guys, and boom bada bing, get neutralized. AT guns would probably be good against these guys, coming along the side, Su-85s as well, although again, typically Su-85 would have the range advantage, but we can see here with the spotting scope, kind of turns the tides, makes the Stug able to pretty much see pretty far, and yeah, with both these guys here, Su-85 would have a pretty difficult time. Okay, a bunch of Germans just died. Okay, why so serious? What do you have? You're healing your tank. Yeah, probably the IS-2 is your best shot. Now, again, don't send them in one at a time. Send multiple guys in. Alright, house just burned to death. Send multiple guys in so you confuse these guys, hit from multiple directions, and neutralize them quickly. 2 tanks should be enough. One to pretty much just bum rush it, get behind it, and the second one to hit it in the hit it and just keep smacking these guys, so that way they just don't know where to hit them from. Don't send them in one at a time though, because again they'll just double team and own it. T-30-45 hangs south. Looks like we each have a Katusha, right? No, 2 T-30-45s. Not a lot of infantry on either one. That's probably the major hurt. That's probably the thing hurting both of them. It's the fact that both sides really... Like, this guy is really good infantry. And this guy is quite a bit, like, a wide range of forces. Alright, maybe you don't need two MGs right next to each other. But that's just me. Looks like the Axis are trying to win by points. Bring down the Allies' point score. We'll see how well that goes. Could work. Big push, mistake. Probably I should have one thing over here. Like, okay, you are circling with T-30-45. Alright, I have a bunch of AT guns, stuff like that. Mark target, which makes this thing more susceptible to fire. Another Stug, though. Forgot about that little guy. You're gonna need to focus on it. Nope. T-30-45 gets knocked out by a 3-star Stug. Now it's facing the barrel of an IS-2. Yeah, run. Run, run, run. Smoke. Something. Wow, that little Stug did a ton of damage versing an IS-2. Again, I'll give it this. A 3-star Stug, not bad, but it still had no chance. That I was very surprised the Su-85 and the AT shots missed. Like, I would expect them to be taken out, but, you know, that's just me. Elephant's still here. Probably would be better if you moved it over here. I'm just saying to kind of help support. Having it in the middle of nowhere and really no plan for it, not the best idea. I get it. You want to try to snipe like T-30-45 or something along those lines, but waiting for an opportunity to arise, maybe not the best idea. Could be better if you moved it around and double check, you know, were to help your allies out in major engagements. Probably would be, you know, a little better. Just a little bit. Anyway, Stugs are back up, though, so, you know, it's not down any of those anytime soon. And what are the Allies doing? I'm assuming the Allies are prepping for an assault, and they're going to try to bust through this way. Could be effective. Infantry is definitely not going to gain much ground with the T-34. I'm sorry, the IS-2 there on the shock troops. That thing is, this will literally blow them to bits. So, the Allies need to gain back the strategy. The Axis just need to hold the mid and just play defensively. As long as they keep doing those incursions and just retreating and, you know, doing pretty well, they should be fine. Nice shot with the Elephant. Can you actually see it? Yes, you can. Wow, alright. Can you see it run away? No, just out of range. Oh, dude, why? It's like, we're going to move 10 feet and they can't see me. I mean, I guess it worked. It got out of sight, but like, if he just moved up a little bit more, he would have probably hit you from behind and blown that thing to Kingdom Come. All right, T-34. Here's an idea. Flank the Elephant. Again, you may be asking, well, Greyshot, why would you do that? But then the Elephant retreats. If the Elephant retreats, it goes over water, you KO it. Because it's so heavy that anything at all would make it fall through the ice. Also, really good strategy for the Allies to kind of just break up this water, so that way they can't send infantry or anything unless it's over the smaller point, which could, you know, help them long term. Just like, all right, we're just gonna grab this you know, we're gonna go for this location. Oh wait, we can't because Axis forces can't cross the river. Again, that's kind of more of a hardcore strategy, but still, it's just like if it works, it stops, you know, forces from moving up. Man, you missed that mortar shot. Looks like with the armor moving around the side. Jagdpanzer. Not sure if it's using the... Alright. IS-2 just bomb rushing it. Now 2 stars. Ooh, boy. Yeah, dude, move your Stugs, because your friend needs a little bit of help. Once again, double explodes. Yeah. Probably not the best idea to send a bunch of infantry that can't do anything against an IS-2 to attack the IS-2. Probably keep that back. Alright, so right now the Allies... Oh boy. Yeah, the Axis kind of need to take the initiative and push the Soviets back. An idea in this scenario would be... Yeah, use the infantry, come around this way, clear out the infantry, then use the Stugs long range to fight this guy. I think you have one. Yeah, you have one star. Use the target weak point in the IS-2. That should neutralize it enough. Hopefully it doesn't become a threat. Nice job killing the engineer. Again, don't heal guys on the front line. You're more likely to be, you know, annihilated. Katusha trying to push back the infantry. Will it? Any? Well, one of the Volk squads died, but the weak Sodan managed to get out of there. So good for him. Covert, you have 1,000 manpower. Maybe, just maybe, get a few units. It's an idea. It may help you out long term. Just saying. Just saying. Just comes from a personal experience. Oh boy. So Stug's moving in. I don't know why you turned your IS-2 around instead of just backing it up, but you're very lucky that Stug's gonna be like, hey, let's open fire. I think he... Wow. Yeah, great idea. You have recon. Let's not use the recon and just start firing. I'm sure that strategy will pan out real great. Very lucky the AT gun and the Su-85 didn't annihilate you guys. Oh boy, probably the biggest waste I'm seeing is this elephant. This elephant could be turning the tide down south, but instead it's just sitting in mid, doing nothing. I guess it's like a presence being like, alright, keep your armor back, otherwise this thing is going to annihilate you. But it's like, really? That's your strategy? You could be doing something way different, more interesting, more effective. Just all in all, that would be way better for you. Way better. Alright, yeah, let's also heal our tank next to Katusha fire. Yeah, J-Slayer, you really need to reposition your tank further south, because that's your best chance of really just countering the enemy's IS-2 and stuff like that. You can easily snipe their stuff. What did you fire at? Are you firing at this thing? I don't think so. Whatever. I get it, you have range all the way to the water's edge, but, I mean, like, still. I love how this thing is just taking fire from confusion. It's like, I don't care. Now they have another Su-85. We have two T-34s. At this point, I think what the guy might be doing is trying to lure, like, the Su-85 here, fire, and then bum rush it. T-34 or 85s on John that's flanks, just to kind of open fire from different angles. That could be a good strategy, and it could work. Because I'm not seeing a lot of support units. And you can say, oh, the Stugs are injured. And Cavalry has nothing. He's right now saving up manpower, which sucks. Wow, he's so lucky that IS-2 didn't one-shot all of his men. Wow. Once again, very lucky the IS-2 didn't annihilate his men, but whatever. This is why having a base over here may not be the best strategy. Is he really not going to lose a single unit while running across the battlefield? Just okay, he lost one. Maybe a command tank? Boost that sight radius of that elephant just by a smidge? That could help, right? I would say it would help. So let's see. Without it, it can see up to beyond the tree. Is that with it? Holy God. That's with it. Yeah, that's what you need to do. You need a command tank and then boost it. Because look at the range difference on that thing. This thing is its own personal recon. Holy crud. They can see everything. And then without recon? With recon. Can you really not fire at any of these guys? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an elephant. But Jesus Christ, that turns the tide. That helps out immensely. The fact that, again, they can see that far. Look how far that is. Holy crap. That far. Elephant, come on. Really, elephant? You have a perfect opportunity to snipe a Katusha, and you're like, I don't feel like it. Instead, you're turning around, and you're going nowhere. Are you finally heading south? Dude, this is the wrong time. What are you doing? Like, seriously, what the fuck? Command tank coming around to flank, I think? Not entirely sure. Sure. Yeah, provoke the T-3045s with no support function whatsoever. Also, have a Stuke on open water. That's a great idea. I hope I'm yelling at the allies as much as the Axis here because this. Oh, you are so lucky. So lucky. Dude, turn the Su-85. Fire coming in here. Congratulations. You missed it. And he couldn't even turn a tank. Dude, turn it so we can fire and shoot it down. Now this blob's going to kill the Katusha. Yeah, there it goes. How? How is not one tank falling through the ice already? This is being oh, nice shot, by the way, with the target. I mean, the target weak point's just been there. IS-2's moving up like sup. Yeah, hit this thing. That's what's helping them. Kill that. And then focus fire on this. I'm sorry, if it's like literally saying shoot me. And it's just like, well, maybe not. Yes! Finally. I have my tank that fell through the water. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm complete. Now Axis wrecked the Soviets. Is that... Oh, good. The elephant's finally moving up. Well, it's a little late. The thing that helped you is currently dead. So... yeah, you failed in that regard. Now, I'm just curious. I think you sent this replay as a response to my last replay, like saying, oh, this is how easy it is. I have not seen a lot of good tactics out of this. I feel like this is just another kind of fail compilation, honestly. Like Jay Slayer, I'm not trying to be mean. But you could be a little bit more supportive. I mean, like, for example, you're now doing well with the elephant. You're now pushing it up, but you have no support. You have you have a couple of Stugs on standby, but if they flank you this way and you go over the water, boom, it's dead. Also, if you back up this way, dead. Yeah, I've seen tanks fall through that little area because it's okay. For a fun fact, this area, like right here, even though this little lip looks like it's above water, it's actually below water. I've seen tanks fall through water at this point. I don't know if it's a glitch or something, but yeah, it's weird in that regard. Don't know what map designer's like, yeah, we're gonna make it so there's a water edge right here, and it's gonna be so awesome. Yeah. If that was the case, you probably, like, for whatever reason, the map designers on this were just like, yeah, we're gonna make the winter maps terribly obscure instead of even. It's like, if you're gonna make a choke point on one map like this, make it on both. I don't know, it's just me. Just me. Well, I mean, T-34 should be... Is that really just a... No, okay, it is. T-3045 should be mopping them, because, you know, they have 85mm guns and should annihilate. IS-2 could flank the elephant at this very moment, but instead they're going to long range it. Why? I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, mark target. IS-2, now is your time. And just bum rush. Bum rush. Go. For Kenworfer, nice flank. Come on. The elephant had his chance. Wasn't doing all that much. Give him something else to do. Seriously. Stug is falling back. But that's the thing. It's like you have so much fuel. It's like, you know, you could get like a Panther or a Brumbar. Like, That would be interesting. Or a Panzerwerfer. Instead, we keep getting Stugs. Which, don't be wrong, you've been using them really well. But I feel like maybe you should be using something else to take the damage. Like a Panther. And then use the Stug as a support like the Jagdpanzer was to the Elephant until it died. Use that long range. Counteract the enemy. Kind of help support the Elephant. The Brumbar would be good because, again, it can take a lot of damage and it's great against infantry, which the Elephant's not. I don't know. The problem is right now the Allies are just kind of being overrun. They're losing the fuel caps. They're kind of being flanked very easily, and they're not gaining much ground. So I see the Allies kind of losing it all very soon. Either that or the Axis are going to lose, and they're just going to surrender. This is a surrender game, but judging my points wise. We shall see. Now we have a big group over here coming in. Once again, no defense over here. Nothing. No mines, no nothing. You have enough resource phantom that you can literally put like a demo charge here and blow all his units to Kingdom Come. Because again, he's moving them in a pack. Think how awesome a demo would be of just like that and just all of them going like just hitting it. That would be so cool. Bunker here, alright. But no, we don't get that. Also, Jagdpanzer moving up because of reasons. Dude, if you're looking at a Jagdpanzer, you keep on moving. Alright, that was a fail. We also have that moving in, and another Elephant. So, yeah, this is where I see the Axis falling apart. Also, maybe saving up your Katusha so you could blast all the infantry when they're in a close proximity. Also, a flamethrower tank. Well, now is a little late, but man, before it would have been amazing. Now you kind of need something to fight this stuff. And unfortunately for you, you're not rushing. Dude, rush your IS-2 up. Like, I'm not saying, like, in a lot of situations, yeah, probably not the smartest idea. In this situation, yes. Also, hit this damn thing. It's on water. This is one of the few times. Oh, yeah. No, unfortunately, dude, fire's not going to melt it. That should be a thing where a flamethrower tank should be able to melt ice, but no, apparently that's not. No, let's keep the IS-2 back and just let it snipe. Alright. If that T-30-45... Oh my god, you're so lucky. Oh look, he's flanking and now he's on the water, so watch the Stug make it sink. Or just explode, that works too. And that's how the Allies lost all their armor and lost this game. So what did the Allies do wrong? They failed to push, cover their flanks, and effectively use their armor. How did the Axis fail? They didn't get their heavier stuff, which would have probably sped up the game. They failed to use a good combination of the command tank and the Elephant to keep the Elephant safe. And I would say they did exceed. They did succeed with their infantry. Their infantry were great. They kept that alive and were able to combat the Soviets. But oh, this guy also succeeded because of his target weak point, which just annihilated a lot. But he kept sending them in one by one on the front lines, which is not how you use those things. Again, they're support, in my opinion, or good against lighter stuff. Why are you charging? Like, seriously. Elephant's still barely alive, probably going to snipe the IS-2. Oh boy, and not weak point with the Elephant as well, which is a smart idea. Probably going to be sniped because of the extra range it gets. Yep, there it goes. And that's your heavy tank. That's probably all your resources, I assume. Yep. And GG. Just GG. It was a decent fight. I just think that, yeah, it's weird how they would push certain areas and not in others. It was just a weird kind of stalemate going on. That's not much going. Like, the Soviets had the advantage. If they would have pushed up this way behind all the Axis forces just along the riverside, they would have won. Like, divert them, say, look this way, make them, and then turn them, and then attack you with AT guns while they're turned with the armor. You would neutralize all of them, take the ridge, and boom, bang, you win the game. But no, that's not what happened. Why so serious? 55,000 damage, more damage, but Phantom Sky get more kills. Most damage went to J Slayer, but more kills went to Covering Fire. I guess infantry, I would assume, with that. Overall, okay. Definitely probably going to add in the other game just for another reference point of the Soviets winning. By the way, if you're wondering, well, why do you have that? I accidentally did it. It was an old, just a replay the guy sent to me as well. And it's like, oh, let me check this out. And yeah, it did not go. It did not go how I thought. So I guess I'll just add that in the end. But yeah, that's interesting. In any case, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to send in a replay, you can do so via my Gmail and Facebook on my YouTube channel. Also want to thank my Patreon supporters like Chris, Leo, Tim, and Panzerberger. Otherwise, this has been Greyshot17, and I'll see you next time. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 bringing you another Company of Heroes replay brought to you by Felix. And I hope this is not the mercenary Felix. I hope this is a good Felix that doesn't murder everyone in his way. We shall see. In any case, Felix went Vermont with OKW 2v2 on Rzhev Winter versus 2 Soviet players. As you can see here, looks like already one went special rifles, so expect some penal troops, while the other one is, yeah, getting MGs and, some normal stuff. At least, hopefully. So let's see, who else is on this? So we have Felix, Med, Mericanix, and Ajax. Nice. I wonder if he's killing Deadpool anytime soon. So yeah, as you can see here, the Vermont definitely have the advantage, though it's interesting map. First off, I miss the blizzards on this map. I miss blizzards in general. It's a winter map, so of course there should be blizzards that, go, like my first game of COH2 I think that I replayed was over on this map. I think there's a picture of like an elephant over here. Yeah, that was me. It's terrible. I did it. Again, back then I was terrible at this game. But fun fact. All right, so let's see here. What is your strategy? So you're running up with Sturm Pioneers, and okay, you're trying to hold back the Soviets from capturing points. Understandable. We can see here that they're pushing over here, trying to capture this territory. Very important. I like how you're capping in, also blocking the heavy cover. Pretty smart. Very nice. Don't let them get that heavy cover. Don't think they would ever use that. I think they would more use this, but whatever. Capture that fuel. And star, gain a ground, defend this point. And then I would say probably for a 2v2, you want to block here and then focus mid and kind of come around this way. Because there's a lot of open territory around here. Let's see, you have a lot of Panther upgrades and a King Tiger. Some Elephant and some normal stuff. Some Conscript upgrades and generic. Alright, but anyway, you can see here the Soviet guys are pressing pretty hard in mid. And you can see here they have more forces, although Med is pushing up, and it looks like it's trying to not necessarily gain territory, but just hold the enemy back. I really don't think any strategy of rushing up on this small of a map with only 2 players really can be counted as like, oh, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna hold them back. There's no way you're gonna be able to do that. The map is so close that what you're basically doing is just keeping the enemy back, so that way you can capture this territory. Unfortunately, it failed because these guys are like, hey, we're just gonna stay here. But hell, at least you're making them focus fire all in mid, and that allows Felix to capture the left territory. Let's see, we have a MG over here, pretty good. Can guard this point, nice building location. It makes it more difficult. Also, mining this area is pretty great. Actually, another thing, miss maps with ice. I love ice. I like variables in maps that can affect gameplay. That's what I like. So when in Battlefield 1 the sandstorm comes in, I am riding it like a I'm riding it like a wave. I'm just hoping the shark doesn't come out like what was that movie? Oh shoot, I love it. The Shallows. Oh, such a good movie. Anyway, 3 MGs, so we can definitely tell this is a spam. And I got a comment saying that, oh, Greyshot, really no tactic in this game is a spam. Bullshit. They're spam. It's when you mass produce a single unit. 3 MGs I would consider is a spam. Now, you're using it all in different areas, so maybe not as much as other things. But if you have 3 guys or 4 guys all close together in like a massive blob, yes, I would call that spam. Especially if you consistently keep doing it. Sacrifice, who sends me great replays, has the tendency to go like the diamond formation with MG. So I know MG bullshit when I see it, because I've dealt with it and also been with it as it destroys the enemy. Let's see, we have one Doctrine, we have Americans, and overall pretty good. The Guard Mortar T-3045 is very good, can go toe-to-toe with Panthers. You still need that support, but the marked vehicle can actually turn the tide, makes it easier to kill vehicles. A lot of penal troops. This is okay, they're pushing up too much in my opinion. They have an MG, which is actually pretty smartly placed, suppressing them. But yeah, man, you should probably fall back to the sniper. Alright. Why are you moving that sniper up? I don't know. But I feel this push is something... Wow. Everything just blew up. Do I even know what happened? I'm sure the Pioneers just shot it. Or the... Sorry, Engineers. Okay, now they're moving up MGs. In, like, like a formation. And... Really? You retreat it? It could still be okay. And you have penal troops over here. Throw a satchel on that motherfucker, really. You have the munitions. Like, no offense, Felix. I know you said in this replay, and you're like, gee willikers, sir. Why are you yelling at me, like, for my actions? Like, no, I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at this guy who could have killed your MG. Sorry about your MG, but I'm just saying that would have been amazing. Now, he's letting the sniper be, and that's another problem with this map. You can see the deep snow. That actually hinders movement, which is why he's moving so slowly. Nice thing about the sniper, though, is they don't have a cold impact. So, these guys can see their winter gear. That essentially allows them to survive a lot of encounters that they would normally die from. So, or at least with cold. So they won't freeze to death, which is another reason I like blizzards, because you can use snipers to kind of scout out and use their little extra recon. I have no idea what you said, Felix, but I'm assuming that is just like F you or something along those lines. It's either that or you're ordering a pizza, because I saw Puzza. So I'm assuming something along those lines. Again, I always like it when people tell me what it is in the comments, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to say it's one thing and then let the commenters tell me, oh my god, this is a spam. This is absolutely a spam. 5 penal troops? And you know why he's doing this. Very simple. You can see here we have guards, rifle. Oh wait, yeah, so I'm assuming this guy's going to spam the guards so he can have AT, while Schnitzel is going to spam the penals to burn the infantry and kill emplacements. It's an interesting tactic. I've seen it done with the Soviets. It's very powerful because you have a very strong anti-infantry and anti-armor focus. The problem is using that effectively with a combination. A lot of times what the Axis players will do is hit one at a time with the anti. So you send the penals, you chase them down with the Panzer IVs, and then you attack guards with like artillery and better infantry, usually upgraded grenadiers. Now, again, I'm not saying that is the better thing. I'm not saying that's the worst thing to do. I'm just saying that's a tactic, and that's a counter to that tactic. Oh my god. Nice demo. If they throw... Alright. I thought you were going to throw a satchel. No, nothing. Alright. They're not moving, so you could easily throw it, and they can't escape. But that's whatever. MG facing the wrong direction, but alright. SG-44s will do some work. A lot of penal troops coming in, though. That's kind of terrifying to have that many penals. And again, each of these penals can throw satchel charges. Especially when you're versing the Soviets, it's very unlikely that they're going to be down on munitions. Especially, again, what are they going to use on? Conscripts? No. So, this guy's his main focus is going to be throwing satchel charges. Which means, if he has a decent amount of points, which he does, and they've also made a mistake over here, and I'll explain that in a second. Then yeah, they're going to have an excess amount of munitions. Now, it helps when you have munition points. I get why you're going fuel, you're trying to get the armor out quicker, but it's still important to have munitions. It's still very important to have munitions because you can use marked target, you can repair, etc. You still have you have the ability to use pretty much a lot of, well, special abilities with your guys. For example, satchel charge right, or penal charge right here. Did you really? I swear to God, if you kill your infantry. Okay, you didn't. But you can knock out these points. And for example, this point's very good because, as you can see here, you take it out, cut off this territory, the Axis no longer get the fuel. So, very smart on his tactic for knocking out this point. Also smart to put a fuel cap there, which makes it more difficult to capture that point. Alright. At A capacity, let's see what Felix is using to counter. So he has a couple MGs, and that's Sniper, which has somehow survived for this long. Don't know how, but good for you. Not 10 kills. That's a pretty good Sniper. Poor Grenadier squad. Yeah, the penal troops can outshoot Grenadiers. They are more powerful than Grenadiers, which is a huge issue. We have penal troops coming in. Dude, you're going to have to retreat that unit. It's going to die, isn't it? Oh, it barely lives. Now also over here we have a flak track. This is a great counter because as we've seen, they don't have a lot of AT. They only have a lot of penals. Now, if the penal somehow gets close enough, yes. The penal could use a satchel charge and annihilate this thing because they can throw it on the side, blow it up because it takes a while for it to unpack and move. Guard troops, pretty good. Wow, nice grenade. Somehow this troop lives. And it manages to provide some good defense. We also have a scout car, pretty good at countering infantry, and like I keep saying, they have no AT for now. We can see we have a T-70 coming out. That provides enough, what's the word I'm looking at? Light armor capabilities for them. It can counter light armor and infantry. Because even though it's a light tank, it has armor capacity and firepower to easily kill a scout car and a half-track. So that is a major issue that they currently face. Now, point-wise, well, that's the thing about, that's the other thing. The Axis are currently down resources. They need to get that territory back. They need to capture that territory. T-70 going on the hunt for a scout car. Now, he just walked into a trap because we have the Panzerfaust currently being shot at it. Nice shot in the rear. And that's going to pretty much cut this thing's speed. Now, it is being healed. I love how he's healing it, and it's just like, oh yeah, sure, let's heal it as the infantry are pushing through. That's not a good move, because again, it can't shoot. I get why you went out quicker, but that's still a very risky move. Half-track here. Oh my god, please. Half-track. Do me a solid. Do me a solid. Do me a solid. Hit here. Hit here. Please. Oh, come on. Also, yeah, the ice can actually slow down the speed of a tank. So, stop. 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 Come on. Nah, dang it. I was really, really hoping that the half-track would fire and it would break the ice and it would make the T-70 fall through. That was my hope. No, they launched a demo. We still have penal troops, nothing else. And, okay, and also, he went, let's see. So we have the armored assault tactics. This isn't bad. I like the idea of this doctrine with the heavy tank, but it's, in my opinion, it's a little too similar to this doctrine. It's still good. You still have it's a tank focus, but if the Axis were to counter that with anti-tank, that would cripple your offensive. And looky here, they have a tank destroyer and another tank destroyer with recon to help them with sight. So if your doctrine ability is to go armor, which is these two are with the IS-2 and stuff like that, is to go armor. The fact that the enemy team has a full component of anti-armor is very bad for your overall commander tree. It's like when if you go fortifications and the enemy, or like the British or something, and then the enemy has a bunch of close air support, or like you're a Soviet artillery doctrine and you have close air support to bomb it, or what's another one? Oh, if you have a mobile assault doctrine as the British, so you have those mattresses, and then the enemy has one, like, was it, oh god, I forget the name, 10 artillery. It's like 10 millimeter or 105. It's the German artillery variant that can fire farther and neutralize those things. Now the Soviets are coming in for the flank. This could be very, again, they're really pushing on the Axis right now, and again, Felix and Med really need to counter and actually start holding territory, because as long as the Axis the Allies keep going on the advance, the Axis can't get those resources and can't really mount a stable attack. So the longer they're without resources, the worse it is. Now, in this scenario, oh, this is great. The half-track neutralize the T-70. They can get themselves an awesome T-70 to help if they can steal it. That could be very helpful. Now, too bad for that Barkanwerfer, but That's also the other problem. The allies are advancing and they're actually getting kills. That's the problem. If the allies were advancing and they were being destroyed, that would be something else. And also, that's pretty smart. This guy's placing mines. We can see here they have some things down, but they need more AT. I mean, Panzerfaust's work, but as you can see, we have no AT component with him. Felix really has no AT. Okay, he's getting a pack, and the enemy team has a T-34-85. That's an advanced medium tank. You need to have the capability to neutralize that. If they are lucky, and this is the only situation I see where they can counter, if they can get at the front line here and use the ice against the tank, maybe they could stand a chance. Maybe. But for right now, they're saving grace as this left point, and the allies continued focus in over here. If they were to swing around and send their T-34 and clear this territory, it would be GG. They would have no way to send anti-armor up there so quickly. The scout, I mean, like, you have a half-track, you have the scout car, but none of it has the firepower to penetrate this thing's armor. You have some AT grenades from the Panzerfusiliers, but we'll see how that goes. Now, the sniper is actually a very beneficial unit right now. He has it not firing, which is very smart, and he's just using it for recon. This allows him to see what the enemy has, as you can see, recon. See what the enemy has without fear of reprisal for sending infantry to the front line or shooting down aircraft, such like that, but he has to stay holding fire. If he fires, then they're going to annihilate him. Its sniper is so low on... The sniper would be instantly KO'd. It would not even be funny. Pack guns online. Now, their saving grace is the sniper. Again, providing that range. Oh, shoot. Well, never mind. It just died. And him doing it. Now, if he gets a lucky shot, hits a demo. Come on. Nope, it didn't get the shot off. It actually died. Yeah, overall, there's just too many penal troops. They're just being hammered. Now we have a lot of Pioneer. I guess he's deploying a lot of Pioneers to heal, but I'm not entirely sure. We still have the half-track and the scout car, and I guess they're trying to hold, but with the tanks right there, it's definitely not a situation you want to fight in. Now, oh wow, I was actually, well no, it's 14 points. Okay, you got yourself a Puma. That could help counter, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, we'll see what happens, but yeah, unless he gets a lucky shot, which it could happen, I don't really see how the Axis are going to win this. Again, the Puma has range, so the T-34-85 will have this... It can't fight it. This Puma can keep sniping. It won't do a lot, but over time it will. Let's see. For cannon woofers moving up, we have some infantry. If there was any time to try to advance, take territory, now would be that time, because the Axis need to get. They need this beachhead or lake head, whatever you want to call it. They need this location in front of this like lake, creek, whatever, to hold back the allies, and then maybe they can win. They could use the mines against the enemy, because if they advance, they could detonate the mines unknowingly through long-range fire. The problem is we have two T-30-45s and yeah, a lot of stuff coming up. Now we have a lot of MGs too, and playing it, pretty smart. Wow, okay, MG, I don't know what you're doing there. Alright, you probably should turn. That'd be my suggestion. Scout car coming in, just gonna annihilate this poor troop. He can't even shoot it. And the allies have gained, or the Axis have gained back territory now to kind of make it even. So each side is now even, except for the allies who now have, of course, all the fuel resources. Now again, if the Puma can hit the tank, nope, never mind. Just simply the fact it crossing the ice without, being hurt, yeah, things are not going to go well. They have a lot of pack guns, so I have hope for the Axis, but we shall see. Again, infantry and armor, a good combination. A lot of infantry pushing up. Please use the half-track on this thing. Please. Ah, shit. You didn't aim for it. Could have broke the ice for you. Puma's going to do some damage, but not a lot. Yeah, that troop's dead. They're going to flank around, and there goes your whole front line. Why would you ram it? I guess you're trying to stop it from engaging? I don't know. Oh, but there's so much infantry there. They're just gonna annihilate your AT guns. They're gonna pull back. You lost all your armor. And yeah, that's GG. Okay. At this point, unless they can somehow neutralize all the T-34s and get a huge population bonus, they're not going to win. Wow, there goes the engine. Why is he here? I don't know. But there goes their entire army, and they did nothing, like I said they would. Yeah, penal troops are tough, but you can counter them. You have to upgrade your troops with SCG-44s, and they surrender. Well then, not what I was expecting, but okay. Let's see, Felix did okay, got most kills, not too much damage. Okay, what they should have done is simple. Once the enemy started pushing on them through that line, they should have probably focused somewhere else. And kind of diverted them. And then probably, like, have a better front line. Like, I didn't, like, their counterattacks were kind of failed. I never really saw, like, a stable line or effort to really push them back. And when they did, they never were, like, laid down defenses or anything along those lines to hold back the incoming allied assaults. In these situations, just like, okay, what were you planning on doing exactly? Like, what was your counter? I get what you were trying to do, but like I said, I feel like you should have used the ice to your advantage. Like, if you know they're sending infantry and armor, focus on that. There were like 3 times I saw, like, the tanks were over it, and you saw them, and instead you chose to shoot something else. You just have to pay more attention to your front line, honestly. And while the doctrines you chose were good, your doctrines were for late game. Like, again, they're advanced. Both those are very powerful, heavy tanks. What they chose were medium tanks that can deploy mid-game. So you have to survive long enough. That's the counterpoint to these tank destroyers. Long term, you guys probably would have won as long as you had a stable front. Medium or short term, you didn't because you failed to have the stable front, so you couldn't get the armor, and because you lack, of course, the ability to get something out, your front line with whatever troops you had didn't consist of anything that could really turn the tide effectively unless you used your native environment, and you failed to do that, so you lost the game. Alright, so anyway. Yeah, Sinso got most damage and most kills, so good for him. Again, if I had decent with his front penal troops in the T-30-45s, mechanics was kind of just sideline helping out. But that's game. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I want to also yeah, and if you want to support me more, you can check out my Patreon, like Chris, Leo, Tim, and Panzerberger have all done. And again, I thank them for that. But yeah, that's the game. If you want to send in a replay, you can do so. You can do it to my Gmail or Facebook. Otherwise, that's all my plugins and promotions. And I will see you next time.